Hi there. Today I just wanted to do a real quick video on how to make your ridge line. I talk a lot about that, in anything whenever we're setting up a tarp, for whether it's for a hammock or whether it's for a sleeping tarp. Let's basically talk about the ridge line. So I just want to do something real quick here just to show you how to make your ridge line. Now, first off, what I'm using is some paracord. And basically what I did was I have about 1, 2, 3, and about a half pulls paracord. I like mine a little bit longer because I really hate to get out there and go to put up my ridge line and find out it's not long enough. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take one end of this. I'll come in a little closer here, and we're going to tie a bowline knot in this. So basically the easiest way that I've learned to do this is we're just going to twist the rope over, and then we're going to pinch it there. Give myself a little bit of room. Okay, so now I have this pinched. You see I have a hole that I created in the cord, and I also have a hole that I created in my fingers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece, the tag end sticking out here, I'm going to go around behind this and I'm going to stick it through the hole I made in the rope. And then I'm going to go and stick it through the hole I made in my fingers. I'm going to keep it at the back of the paracord. Now this is the little bit tricky part here. I'm going to take this end and I'm going to stick it back through. This is the original loop that I made, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the loop that I made when I put it through the other loop. So it's a little confusing, but I think you'll get the hang of it. And then all we have to do is just pull this down. You don't need a real big loop on there. Basically for your ridge line, the only thing you're going to do is put itself through the loop. So there we go. Tie a bowline knot into one end. So now what we're going to do with this next is we're going to come to one side of our tree, or sorry, we're going to come to one of our trees that we're going to hook up our tarp to. And basically we're just going to feed this back through. Usually what you want to do is when you're pulling to tighten, that you're pulling away from the knot to tighten this up. So that's pretty much all we have to do, and we have one side of it hooked up already. I'm going to go over here to the other tree and we're going to hook up the other part. Okay, so when we get to our other tree, we're going to go around our tree. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take probably about 2 feet or so from the tree here. We're going to come out about 2 feet, and what I'm going to do is, this is on the line that comes from the tree that I already have it hooked to. I'm going to twist it into a loop like this, and then I'm going to reach through that and I'm going to grab this end of it, the end that's towards the new tree that I haven't hooked up to yet. So basically what I did was I put a little loop in that, and then I can feed my tag end through there, and basically I can just pull this down tight onto the tree. Now once I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch all 3 of these right up here, right by the knot, and I'm going to throw this over, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to grab it through there, and I'm going to pull. So effectively what I did was I just put a half hitch in that, but I get myself a nice loop. Whenever you're hooking up to your tarp, you can put this loop right through one of the grommets, and then you can put a toggle on the other side, and then when you pull down on this side, you're going to tighten right down. And there you go, you already have one part of your tarp already hooked up on your ridge line. Now once you get it through, if you want, you can take the rest of this and maybe put another, a couple more half hitches in this if you want to hold it. Half hitches are pretty easy to get out. That's why we'll use them on the ridge line. And then for the other side, we have our loop for this side of our tarp. What we're going to do on the other side is I just have a piece of bankline here. And then what I did was basically, it doesn't matter how you do it, you just need a loop in it. I use 2 fisherman knots to hook this up, or you could just tie it over with an overhand granny knot, whatever. You just need a loop that's going to stay together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put a prussic knot prussic loop, onto our ridge line. So we want to take that knot, and we don't want it coming towards us. We kind of want it off to the side so it doesn't get tangled up in here. So we're going to just lay the loop over here, and we're going to reach through, and we're going to pull one end through the other. And then we're going to take it back and we're going to do it again. And then we're going to do it one more time. And then we're going to pull on that one side, and we're going to dress this down so that where they overlap is a nice knot on there. And you'll see what we end up with is a loop on a RidgeLine. What's nice about this prussic loop is you can slide it up and down your RidgeLine wherever you want, but once you put it through the other end of your tarp and put your toggle in there, it doesn't go. It's going to stay right there where you have it. And then that's what you do. You put your tarp through, and then I can just pull it until it's tight on my tarp, and that's it. So the last thing I want to show you here though is I want to show you when you take this down how you can roll this up and you can keep it in a good easy to deploy kind of bundle. And I'll also show you here just how easy this is to take apart. I just undid those other half hitches. I just pulled on that, pull on this end, pull on that, boom, the knot's out. Now I can come over to the other side over here. So over here on the other side, we just pull it out of our loop. So you can leave your bowline knot in the one end. You're going to need that whenever you put up your RidgeLine. So I'm going to show you how to basically wind this up. What you're going to do is between your index finger and your middle finger, I'm going to put the loop towards the back of my hand there. Now what I'm going to do is spread out my pinky and my thumb, and I'm just going to wrap this, alternating up and down, back and forth over between my pinky and my thumb. I'm just going to keep wrapping all this up. There's that prussic loop. Just leave that right in there and just wrap right over top of that. And we'll get down to a little bit left over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep some of that slack. I'm just going to pinch this right in the middle here. Just going to pinch it in the middle. I'm going to pull out my other hand, my thumb and my little finger, and then I'm going to wrap this around here twice, just like this, and I'm going to put my finger in there, and I'm going to wrap over top of my finger twice, and I'm going to come around the third time. I'm just going to pull my finger out, and I'm going to stick it through there, and I'm just going to pull it tight. There you go. It's all wrapped up, a nice little bundle, and whenever you need to use it, just pull on the end. Comes right out. It's not all tangled up. You just have maybe a little knot in the end. You just pull out the one, and there you go. So there you go. That's just a real quick video just showing how to make a RidgeLine and how to hook it up. We're going to use that quite a bit whenever we're doing our shelters, whenever we go camping, things like that. So okay, thanks.